Hello everyone and welcome to some more Mario Kart Double Dash. Today we have AverageTrey versus UltimArkh, and I'm your commentator, Phoenix spelled correctly. And it should be a good match for those of you who aren't familiar with the players. AverageTrey is around rank, kind of changes from week to week, but I believe he's around rank 120. And Ark is somewhere in the 30s, so there's definitely a decent, skill gap between the two players, but still should be a fun race. I'm excited to see what'll happen, and looks like we'll be getting the bans underway, see which tracks these players don't want to play. Ark banning Baby Park, not too surprising. I believe that's his go-to ban. And Trey, still waiting on his ban, thinking about it. Banning Sherbert, also not a surprise. A track that he has banned before and really just doesn't play often. So with that, we'll be going into the first pick here. And that'll be Arkh's pick because he is the higher seed. Alright, starting with Mario Circuit. For some reason, I feel like Mario Circuit is a track that we've started with somewhat often. I don't know. People, I guess, just like to get out of the way. It is one of Arkh's better tracks, so it wouldn't be a surprise, but Baseball also picked it first against Ark, so I don't know. And actually, I will say this is a track that, while Trey, has a worse time on, has been playing somewhat recently. He was really gunning for getting the sub 130 time, so we'll have to see how he performs in this one try here. All right. The race will be starting shortly. And so for those of you who aren't really familiar with the Time Trials one try format, we're going to be playing 13 races, and in a way it is best of 13. However, all 13 races will be played. So it's really a fight for the first to 7. And once you secure 7 wins, you will get an extra 5 points. And each race gets you a single point. So even if one player makes it to 7 points and secures the win, the other player can still earn points by playing out the rest of the tracks. So here we are going into the first lap. Ark looking a bit ahead so far. I'll have to see. Oh man, but Trey actually hits the Goomba. And actually Trey's doing that extra MT before the bridge. Okay, that saves quite a bit of time, but that Goomba hit's just going to make a 3-second difference in the opener is huge. Oh, but Ark actually hitting the tree. Oh, and getting a really tight shroom and losing a lot of speed on that wall. Catching up a bit, but Trey still looks behind. Goomba hits are definitely cost you a lot. Alright, Goomba should be out of the way now. For Trey, yep, both make it by pretty easily. Ark with a 30-second lap, and Trey with a 29.9. Slight time save there. Alright. Much better shroom from Ark the second time around. Trey actually looked like he dropped the MT and catches a lot of grass at the end. Definitely lost time there. Oh, and now he's dropping MTs. Trey's falling apart, but Ark still has a pretty hefty lead here, looking to take it home right at the end. Oh, and another Goomba hit from Trey to make matters worse. Oh well, trying to shake the nerves off. And Ark with the 129. Getting that first win. So, yeah, and Trey's been, like I was saying before they started the race, kind of been gunning for the sub 130. So Ark getting the sub 130, beating his PRs is pretty huge. So makes it hard for Trey. Maybe it didn't matter that he made all those mistakes. Still trying to warm up. See how many points he can get. And loser picks. So this will be Trey's pick, and he's deciding to go with Wario Coliseum. Interesting choice. At the end of the day, we're going to end up playing most of the tracks, so doesn't matter too much what you pick. Really, the bands are more important, but this will be a pretty big disadvantage for Trey, as he still kind of does L-Tech. I know he's dabbled in R-Tech on the spiral. It's basically a technique that lets you go a lot tighter while you're shrooming, and even when you're not shrooming, but it saves a lot of time when you're shrooming. So we'll have to see if he risks it for the biscuit and goes for it. But that'll be something to keep an eye out for sure. All right, both racers getting ready. Man, it always throws me off that Arkh's game is in French. I get so confused looking at. I'm like, what? All right, and they're off. Both looking pretty mirrored here, although this isn't really the part of the track where big time differences are shown. The spiral will really show who can come out ahead here. Both throwing out their shrooms early. Oh wait, no, sorry. Ark actually holding on to his shrooms. But still keeping up with Trey, who just uses shrooms, and that's kind of the difference we're seeing here. Trey likely throwing out his shrooms just in case of a fall. You know, if they happen to both fall off the map right now, Trey will have at least gotten his shrooms out of the way. So that's kind of the strategy behind doing that. Okay. Coming around that last corner. Ooh, Trey maybe in danger of getting stuck, but comes out of it okay. Oh, and Trey falls off the map. Oh no, I kind of saw that coming if he was going to do another A-Tech there. Oh man, the full A-Tech left. It hurts. That's going to put him way behind as if he already wasn't. And Ark still looking strong, very secure lead, and still has both those shrooms to use on the spiral coming up. And he throws them out. Ooh, not the R-Tech he wants, but again, has a lot of breathing room after Trey's fall. So he's fine. Yeah, R-Tech is considered a pretty inconsistent strat. Oh, Ark actually getting stuck on the wall. Kind of bleeding time, going wide on that drop. Maybe Trey still does have a chance if Ark falls on this last straight. That's really the only thing I could see that would get Trey back into this. Alright, here comes the smooth A-Tech from UltimArkh. And makes it through fine. He's looking to come in with the comfortable lead. So yeah, that was the idea behind Trey using his shrooms that early, is really just to make sure that he gets them out before he falls, so in the off chance that they both fall, he'll at least have used them. Kind of a small thing you can do. A lot of times it doesn't matter, like in this track it didn't end up mattering, but you know, every little bit counts, as I'm sure you've seen if you've watched previous Double Dash races. So there we go, 2-0 in favor of UltimArkh. We'll have to see if Trey can scrape some points here. Again, the skill gap is quite large. We'll have to see. Let me bring up both the players' player page. I want to see where their PRs are in comparison to each other. All right, and Trey's pick after another loss, and he's going with Mushroom Bridge. Oh man, this track I swear is just spaghetti every time it's in a one try, but we'll have to see what happens. Rick Bick did get a PR on it yesterday though. That was pretty exciting. So I wonder if I don't know, it really seems as though if you mess up in this track, you just start messing up everything. It's kind of easy to lose confidence in a one try after making a mistake, but oh, early bus. Trey dropping MT and going wide though is going to put Ark in the lead. Oh, another dropped MT from Trey. Oh man, Trey's dropping all the MTs. Oh no. Hopefully he won't drop one on this wall. That can easily lead to coming to a full stop when you're gliding him. Alright, first lap's coming through 27-1 versus a 28-3 and it's very hard to make up time on Mushroom Bridge. At this point, Trey is definitely just gonna look for Ark to make some of his own mistakes. Although one truck hit and a bad recovery could definitely seal the deal, so. Okay, last straightaway. Sometimes hitting the cars can be hard to control your A-Tech and you can kind of barrel right into a car. But this third lap truck is the real scary part. If Ark can get by it, oh, and he does, they both do. All right. Well done. Oh, Trey almost getting stuck on the wall, but recovers nicely. Oh no, and Trey catching a lot of grass, and it's going to send him right into the wall. It almost looked like he lost a lot of speed and just couldn't get the drift off. It's a shame. Okay. All right. Here goes Ark, and yeah, there you have it. Another win for Ark. Yeah, Trey's looking a little shaky. A lot of dropped MTs. Really have to see if he can warm up here and kind of get into his stride and work up to the level that he really wants. I'm sure he's not really happy with any of these times, but again, we haven't really seen Trey get on any of his good tracks yet. So Trey's pick. Oh, and he wants to go with Peach Beach. Good choice. It's a track that Ark has been avoiding for like the last 2 races, and I just don't know how it hasn't been picked, but yes, now we get to see Ark on Peach Beach. Finally. Actually, I wonder, let's see. Oh man. Wait, Ark has a 107 on Peach Beach? Why does he hate this track? Maybe he just doesn't perform well on one tries. We'll have to see. I would actually still give this advantage to Ark. There is a really big skill gap between the players, but yeah. I don't know, maybe Trey can pull it out. Ark is definitely not confident with this track at least, and that can make a huge difference. In the first corners, okay. Oh no, but Trey going right into the grass. Oh man, putting him behind right from the beginning. That's a shame. We'll have to see if he can claw his way back. Again, Peach Beach, one of those tracks where it's hard to save an enormous amount of time of the other player. Really wants to just land his MTs and hope that Ark makes a similar mistake. And you can tell both players are being pretty safe with this first corner. Unfortunately, Trey still went into the grass. And yeah, Ark really holding a lot of these MTs, just doesn't want to dive into the grass. Making sure they're all going off. Dropped MTs can be pretty detrimental on Peach Beach. Now comes the streams for Ark. Follow up from Trey. Okay. Oh, Ark got into a little trouble. Went a little bit too far to the right with his A-Tech and tried to recover a pole and left, but holds the MT and gets it off okay. Still in the lead. Looking to take it to the finish line, and there you have it. A 109, 960 versus a 112. Actually, I think that still beats Trey's PR by like 20 milliseconds. Let me check. That indeed does. Trey has a 966. So, what did he even get? 960? Oh, either way, that would have been hard for Trey to beat, even on Ark's not worst track, but he seems to not enjoy it. Maybe least favorite track, I'll say. But still definitely has the skills to take another point over Trey. Here we got a DKM, and this is a track that is notorious for people falling off, not just in one tries, but when going for PRs too. It's very annoying. So we'll have to see if they can get these shortcuts out and not get stuck on the mountain and try to avoid air. Those are really the big things about this map, I'd say. Yeah, it's actually a track that Ark did pretty well on against Goomba, I want to say. He got a 60 Hz PR. But it also is Trey's, at least he previously used to think was his favorite track. I'm not sure if he agrees with that sentiment anymore, but a track that he's played a good amount and is pretty familiar with. Oh, and there's Ark with a little bit of stuckage. Still a pretty good recovery though. Doesn't get, you know, full stop for too long. Still though, gonna put Trey in the lead here. We'll have to see if they decide to empty over this bridge. Okay, Trey gets another empty out and actually gets the advantage on the first lap by about 0.2. Let's go, Trey. Good opener. Cannon's coming out. Ark actually might have caught up just going to the cannon. Shrooms coming out. Oh, and actually something to keep in mind that I didn't even notice. Trey already used both shrooms, so Ark definitely has the advantage here with that extra shroom, assuming he gets to use it. Oh, watch out for those boulders. All right, gets through all right. Oh no, and Trey comes to a full stop. Oh no, his angle was just too far to the right, and unfortunately couldn't get the speed with the bonk. Oh man. So yeah, definitely just hoping Ark makes a big mistake here. Again, something you really just have to be hoping for when you're against a higher seed is just, you know, they have to make mistakes and you have to drive well. And unfortunately, Trey, maybe not driving at the level he wants to, but oh, and Ark gets the skip all right. We'll have to see how he does across the bridge. Doesn't want to risk the MT. Oh man, but Trey actually getting hit by a boulder as well to add insult to injury. All right, there we have it. Another win from Trey, and it's starting to look like Ark is really pulling into the lead here. Again, once he gets 7 points, he gets the victory. Trey just really trying to get points on the board at this point. Probably worried about whatever track he's gotta play next. Perhaps feels like he's running out of options. I mean, we still got Bowser and Rainbow Road, DDJ. Wario's already played. So we'll have to see what Trey decides here. Oh, and he's going with Daisy, another track that's popular to fall off on. I forgot to mention that one. Yeah, Daisy's really just got the pool skip. It's really only that one spot that you can fall off. I guess there's the basement as well. But yeah. We'll have to see if they can pull out these pool skips correctly. All right, and Daisy will be underway pretty soon. Here we go. And I'm always wondering if players will use their shrooms first lap. I believe it's a strat that Trey has used before at his pace. Wouldn't be surprised to see him throw it out. No, and he holds it. This was a track that he recently got the sub on. He was hoping for the sub 140, and he actually was able to get that one. So played it fairly recently. Perhaps feeling kind of warm. Ark though, you know, just playing a one-try tourney very recently is probably also feeling warm. Although right now they're looking pretty close, neither of them using their shrooms yet. Alrighty, 34.2 to a 33.9. That 0.3 difference. Yeah, out come the shrooms. Oh no, and Trey goes just a little wide and actually falls in the pool. Loses his other shroom. Man, oh, Ark getting through the tables are alright. Pretty clutch. And Trey, yeah, just really not feeling today. Dropping MTs and yeah, likely very discouraged. But yeah, Ark still looking to use his third shroom. We'll have to see if it results in a fall or not. And he gets through alright. There it is. At the stairs. Okay, gets through okay. Trey with the no shroom pool skip gets it alright. And his stairs looking pretty decent as well. Fortunately, that fall is just so hard to recover from. And Ark is actually doing a fantastic job, just not giving Trey any room to make mistakes. I mean, he's been playing real solid right now. All he really needs to do is avoid those big mistakes. Getting a 139.8, which actually, let me look. Yeah, actually beats Trey's PR yet again. So even if Trey didn't fall, that would have been very, very tough to beat. So yeah, and that'll actually bring it to match point. One more win, and Ark will secure himself those extra 5 points. and Trey busting out the Bowser's Castle. Really just wants Ark to fall off. He's egging him on to fall off, but Ark really not having it. He doesn't want to fall. Unfortunately, Trey's been having more trouble with that. But again, Trey just doesn't have many options. He kind of has to go for these picks and just really hope that Ark makes a mistake. So yeah, tough opponent. Oh, having a little trouble with this starting actually. Oh, okay. So we're off. Unfortunately, Trey had a little trouble with the accidentally mistimed the start. But that's okay. We'll have to compare with the desync. Let me see. Both looking pretty solid. Trey in the grading room. Ark getting past those fireballs. Okay, a couple of bonks. Not going to cost them too much time compared to the bigger mistakes of BC. Oh, and Trey actually hesitating whether or not to go on the inside or the outside of that fireball, and just hits it. That's a shame. Oh man, and Trey actually hitting the fireball, at least making it across and keeps his shrooms. But oh, and another fireball hit. Yeah, this is just looking like a Trey wreck. Sorry for my puns, but yeah, coming across the bridge with a 54 opener, definitely tough to see. Ark still looking pretty solid. Didn't use his first room first lap. Oh, and gets past that fireball room quite nicely. Man, Ark has just been so consistent during these one-try tourneys. Definitely during the last tournament that we had, he was maybe looking a little shakier just because he's rusty and maybe not as used to 60 hertz, but really doing all right for himself. Showing up 47-1 shroom lap coming out from Ark. Pretty decent, definitely good enough, and we'll keep his lead. Let's see what Trey gets here. Oh, cutting it close to that shroom corner, but he's looking all right. Yeah, more time lost for Trey to make matters worse. Alright, well, these fireball rooms are important. Just have to see Ark makes it past alright. And again, the streams are desynced, but Trey's still quite a bit behind after all these more mistakes. Ark definitely looking like maybe a 220 pace, I would say. Oh, 221. Oh, 221. Okay. Still solid for a one try. This is definitely a track that's hard to be consistent on at times, and busting out the 46.8 last lap one trimmer is pretty good as well, better than his second lap. Trey last room coming out in the 230. Kind of ashamed to see it, and that will actually take Ark to 7 points and give him an extra 5 for getting the best of the 13. But we will continue this race and go all the way up to 13 races. So yeah, we'll have to see if he can scrounge out any points. Likely getting worried about that. We have seen a couple 13-0s in this tourney. And it feels really bad getting them. I know from personal experience. Ooh, coming out with the Waluigi for Trey's pick. Another track that's easy to make mistakes on. Okay. And yeah, a couple places to keep in mind here. Obviously hitting fireballs and those piranha plants in the straightaway can lose you a lot of time, but we'll have to see how they negotiate that straightaway. 5 games left. Trey's got 5 more chances to put a point on the board. Players are just chatting, sorting some things out before we start. Alrighty. Yeah, man. I really feel for Trey right now because it is very common to make mistakes, and these are mistakes that really everyone else has made during one-try tourneys. Definitely something that I've struggled with. But it's even worse when you're up against Ark, who's just really not giving Trey any room. And coming out, we'll have to see what cycles they use. Okay, Ark actually going for the mud skip first, holding his shroom. Perhaps his pace just gives him a different cycle. But Trey just wants to get that shroom out of the way. Not really in a great danger of falling on this track, but perhaps that's just the cycles he has in his PR. 33.9 opener, pretty solid. Although Ark actually pulling out a faster opener with an extra shroom still in his hand there. Alright, oh, and Trey going for the mud skip second lap, and there goes Ark shroom, and now you can see the difference in their leads. This section, just want to avoid air on it. Oh, Trey losing a little bit of speed, but gets through mostly okay. Definitely a time loss, though, is going to put him a little further behind. Oh, Trey getting a lot of zippers, makes it across okay. That was spooky. Kind of hard to tell, but if you catch too many zippers when trying to go to right of that last ramp, it can actually mess you up a lot. Ooh, Ark actually catching some air on that last ramp. Still looking okay, though. Keeping his lead for sure. Oh man, and Trey hitting the fireball. You hate to see it. I had to say it once. And Ark still looking pretty solid. Coming up to the last ramp. Makes it across okay, and that should be it. Oh, almost getting the sub 140. Solid time. Definitely a hard time for Trey to beat, so just another example of Ark beating Trey's PR during a one try. Whew, tough competition. And that'll bring the score to 0-8. Where will Trey take Ark next? If I had to guess, he might just take it to Rainbow Road. We also have Yoshi left. Or DDJ there. Oh, DDJ is the pick. Starting to get into the late game here. Running out of tracks to pick, because you can't play two tracks twice, obviously. So 16 tracks in total in the game, for those of you who don't know. And with both players having one ban, that'll actually only 14 tracks to choose from. And since we play 13 races, there ends up only being one track that's ignored. So you have the two bands that you don't play, and then one track that doesn't get picked. So so on to DDJ. I doubt either of them will do the shroomless. It would be a very big surprise to me. Trey, definitely just something he hasn't practiced yet. Ark having a 143.7 actually might not have gone for it either. Maybe he's not familiar with the strat, or maybe he just started learning it. I'm actually not sure, but that's around the PR that you want before you start going for the shroomless on this track, the shroomless jump. So both players ready to start. Ark looking antsy. He wants to get in it. He wants to go fast. All right, here we are. This first corner can be a little tricky. You gotta hold an MT and just hope to avoid grass. Alright, comes to the tunnel okay. Ark looking a bit ahead, but not too big of a difference. Okay. Oh man, and actually Trey hitting the dinosaur. Unfortunate. That dinosaur has a very interesting hitbox in that bridge. I swear, sometimes you'll go right through it, and then other times you'll barely touch it and you'll be spinning out. So really hate to see that happen, but oh man, and actually Trey had an interesting line there and couldn't avoid the dinosaur leg in time. Yeah, definitely looking kind of shaky. Next room coming out for Ark. gets the MT at the bottom, gets some bounces, which will actually lose a little time, but not as big as mistakes as, oh, and Trey replicates the same mistake, so it doesn't matter. Oh, okay, that's exactly what I mean. He went straight through the dinosaur head, still a fall off the ledge, which is unfortunate, but why did that not count as a hit? It doesn't make sense. Anywho, Ark still looking strong here. Probably on pace to beat another one of Trey's PRs. Oh, Ark stop. Okay, we're fine. We live in. Takes this time to the zipper and falls off anyway. Oh my gosh, actually Trey definitely having a chance here. That was a full stop. Full stop into a reversal, into a fall off. Huge time loss. I don't know. Oh, but you know, Ark actually does get put back at the, oh man. Trey hitting the geyser. Another big mistake coming out. Unfortunate. I was just gonna say Trey could pull it out if he had a really nice last section and Ark makes a couple of minor mistakes, but that's gonna be another win for Ark. Oh man, it's really a shame to see, because that was really what Trey needed to get a point. I mean, that was a big mistake from Ark, which he hasn't seen often in this tournament, and then Trey just couldn't pull it together. But oh well, it happens. On to 9-0. Running out of tracks to play. What did I say? We got Rainbow Road, Yoshi Circuit, Baby Park was banned. Dry Desert is one that we can play. I'm sure there's others that I'm missing. Sherbetland was Trey's ban. I actually forgot for a second there. Man. Yeah, I wouldn't. Okay, well, there's the Rainbow Road pick from Trey. Here it comes. All right, we're moving on to Rainbow Road. Man, yeah, Trey's just really not feeling it today. I can really tell, and you can kind of see it in his gameplay. He's had a fair amount of dropped MTs and a fair amount of big mistakes. He's doing what he can. And I'm sure he's upset with his performance, but maybe we can ask him about it in the post-game. All right, so we're off on Rainbow Road. This is a track where I don't know, you can really see the skill difference. There's like a lot of this track is maybe I'm going out on a limb here saying this, but it's a track where like game knowledge kind of matters more than other tracks. I mean, it's really like small things that you can do to save time that sometimes lower seeded players just really don't know about, and or maybe they don't realize how easy this strat is and they don't go for it. Oh man, Trey staying alive there, getting a little close to the edge, but oh man, chip in that corner. Time loss, but it's actually relatively safe. I've rarely seen anyone fall off there, even when you cut it really tight. Trey getting some bounces at the end of that elevator exit, and actually Ark getting the extra MT off before the zipper ramp as well. Coming out, R-Tech versus L-Tech. Actually getting a somewhat similar first laps, about 0.5, 0.4 here difference. Both players still holding on to both shrooms. And Trey, I'm sure, is worried about getting stuck on that second hairpin that you'll see the players sometimes bonk to get. Oh man, Ark's zipper spiral entry always spooks me. Okay, coming out of the zipper. Still looking pretty close though. Trey definitely still in this race. This is a long track and he's got a lot of time to make up. So coming out with the elevators. Both players getting decent landings and come out. Ark again, as you can see, getting that extra MT out that Trey just doesn't want to go for. It's not too risky, but it can be a little tricky to get. Here come the shrooms, and oh man, very similar second laps. So Trey probably still only about 0.5 behind, maybe crawling up to 0.6, but oh, and Ark, oh sorry, Ark actually forgetting to use his shroom and using it during the flap spot. Why do people forget to use their shrooms? Hello? Hold on, I'm having some okay, we're back. Sorry about that, guys. I was having some technical difficulties. Oh my god, how long was I not talking? No, I didn't know. Sorry, guys. Alright, well, I'm back. Dang it, I even plugged paste. Okay, well, we'll do that again. Anyway, we're back. Oh no, Trey actually hitting the red car on, oh, he's gonna have to avoid the bus there. Okay, gets by it, alright. Ark still very much in the lead, already on lap 2 here. Oh, Trey almost falling off. Okay, he's alright, Next room coming out for Ark, looking okay, knows where that car is. I'm a little worried about the cycles here for Trey. He may not be unfamiliar, this red car. Oh, the Wiggler bus! Oh, and he holds the MT clutch to get by it. Well done. I was thinking maybe he'd go on the inside of that, but he just holds it, and it didn't look like too much of a time loss going around the back. Obviously a very wide corner, but okay, Ark looking to take game 11 here. Oh, truck hit, but doesn't matter. Still 137. Trey finishing up here, getting by these cars. Oh, and just wants to see the highway down there once more. Unfortunate. It can be a little spooky avoiding those cars, and definitely just took it a little too wide there, falling off. Okay. Yeah, sorry guys, I apologize. I don't know what happened with my mic. I'll be honest, I heard the Windows like connecting and disconnecting device over and over again, and it was really hard to commentate over that, but I didn't think it would mute my mic. And yeah, sorry if I missed a little action trying to fix my mic there. All right, going on to Yoshi's. Apparently Trey had actually missed the first turn of lap 1, which is actually a pretty popular place to get stuck on, and I'm sure that messed up his cycles. I kind of suspected that coming back, but we're all good. We're back to commentating. All right. So yeah, Ark actually saying he really wants redemption here for his poor performance yesterday on Yoshi. So we'll have to see what he pulls out here. Ark looks like he's going for the shroom list and makes it across with a pretty decent one. Oh, a little slow to recover there. Well, actually, yeah, the jump itself looked good, but he really lost time when he landed, not getting that MT off as fast as you really should, as you really need to. So Trey definitely still looking like he's in this. You know, the shroomless jump only saves time when you do it well. Definitely seen attempts during this tournament where it would have ended up being faster just to go around. So, but still making it across and keeping his shroom. So definitely still got a race here. Trey, both shrooms coming out. All right. Looking at the difference between these two players, I gotta say, Ark still kind of having slow MTs. Likely a result. Oh, interesting. Oh my gosh, Trey actually getting stuck and using a shroom. Try to recover. What was that? Oh my gosh, I looked away for a second. I just saw the shroom coming out, but that's not where you want a shroom. That's gonna put Trey quite a bit further behind. Ark getting the better second lap, 35.0. Definitely not the lap he wanted, but still ended up being better than Trey's, and Trey actually having to go around again is an even bigger time loss. Oh man, Trey in trouble here. Ark definitely looking to take this penultimate game, penultimate match. Because we will only have one more after this. Okay. Ark looking okay, going to the finish line. There we have it, a 144.7 versus Trey's 149? No, 148.8. Whew! Sub 149. So man, oh gosh. Trey, last chance to take a game, and it looks like we're going to dry. Why is this track always picked last? I don't understand, but hey, I guess I don't mind. Going to Desert Sec. I hope I said that right, but I don't speak French, so I probably didn't. Okay. Yeah, I would imagine that so yeah, Trey's last chance to get a single point on Ark. Doesn't want to get that donut, that big fat O, goose egg. So we'll have to see if he can pull it off. Track again where a lot of mistakes can be made. Lots of places to get stuck. The shrooms can be a little tricky. You could go a little too tight on the shroom and actually end up with a death. There's a little out of bounds area that's easy to chip while shrooming. But we'll have to see. And Trey really needs to redeem himself. Just the other day, kind of got stuck as soon as the race started, and it was very unfortunate to see, but gets past the first 5 seconds all right. Ark getting that extra MT in the pit is going to save him even more time. Trey going a little wider, but pulls it back okay. Ark's slowly just creeping up and gaining time over Trey, but again, in these one tries, it's often about the big mistakes because they happen pretty often. Oh, and Trey actually ended up getting the better first lap. Ark must have gotten stuck, or oh no, but a pokey hit from Trey. Oh, and the stick. Oh, and actually decides to go around. That might mess up his tornado cycle for the third lap. We'll have to see. I don't think it'll be a big issue. I'm actually not sure what happens with the 1-0-1, but I guess we'll see. Ark actually pulling back into the lead here. Alright, Trey makes it wide on that last corner, but Ark coming out with a 29-second lap. Pretty good, much better than his opener. Okay. Oh, and another pokey hit for Trey. Oh, and he's going to get slowed in that section. Ends up going wide, had an interesting angle. Oh no, and his MT actually drops because he lost so much speed. Ark actually getting stuck on the pillar though. But still quite a bit ahead, and this was really Trey's last chance to bring it home, and unfortunately couldn't do it. 135 for Ark. Oh man, and hitting the tornado to make matters worse. Just dry is definitely not Trey's track. I'll have to be gentle with him in this. Oh, okay, they're here. Hey, Ark.
Hey guys.
How you doing, bud? I'm gonna let Trey hop in here. Hello, Trey.
Yo.
What's up?
Hey,
All
Trey.
right, so Ark, congratulations on the victory. You
Thanks.
played very well. Trey definitely had some mistakes there, but I gotta say, Ark was looking like a really strong opponent. He wasn't giving you any space to catch up. So well done, Ark. Ark, how do you think you played? I mean, I think you played really well. You looked pretty consistent, but I want to hear it from you.
And actually, I'm not very happy at how I played. I don't think I deserved the 30-0, to be honest. I was very shaky at the beginning. I might have been I was at 2-0, 3-0 at one point, but that could have gone either way. Then I kind of put it together in the middle, and it went also to garbage at the end. But yeah, I'm still happy about the result.
Okay. All right. Well, very nicely done. And actually, I wanted to ask you, you've been avoiding Peach Beach for so many one-try tourneys, and I don't know how, but how did you feel on Peach Beach?
I took it very, very, very safe. I skipped a lot of empties. So yeah, I got the sub 110 at least. So that's I can at least get comfort in that.
Yeah, and Trey, one of the tracks that it really looked like you had a solid chance in was DDJ. Ark had a huge mistake of getting stopped and had to kind of drive over slowly to the zipper to make sure he didn't fall. So what happened in the end there? I mean, how were you feeling? Because I know you had already made some mistakes beforehand, so I didn't know if like you were kind of giving up or.
I mean, yeah, I kind of like I thought it was pretty much over, but I still kept trying my best, I guess. And then I was kind of surprised when it was that close.
Yeah, that seems to happen where you're just like, it's over, and then you're like, oh, I won or something. Yeah, so yeah, good on you not to give up. But yeah, definitely a tough opponent. So if you guys have nothing else to say, I think we might be closing it out here soon.
All right.
That'll be it for me.
Yeah, just GG's to Trey.
Yeah,
Okay,
GG.
well, yeah, I just wanted to say, be sure to check out GSA's first live event, Pace. You can use !tickets to get more info on that. Should be a lot of fun. I actually plugged it earlier, but apparently my mic got muted halfway through this thing, and I didn't know for like a couple minutes. So again, sorry about that. Definitely sucks because there's also solo commentary, but pretty soon, coming up in about 12 minutes, we'll be having another Double Dash race. It'll actually be me versus Outer Halo 1. So be sure to check that out. See y'all soon. I gotta go warm up. Bye-bye.
Good luck, Felix.
Thanks. I'll need it.